Hello folks and welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do it now and hit the bell icon to get instant updates. For today's project, I'll be showing you how to make this beautiful heart cap for a 1-year-old. We'll start with the ribbing and then make our way up. For this project, I've used a stitch called the Waistcoast stitch, which looks very similar to knitting. As you've already seen, I'll be using two colored yarns in this project, pink for the hearts and the green for the main part of the cap. And I'm using two hooks. The first one is a 4.5mm crochet hook, which is used for the ribbing, and the other one is a 5mm crochet hook, which will be used for the rest of the cap. Also, stick around to the end of the video to hear a special giveaway announcement. So starting with our smaller hook, we're going to make a slip knot and secure it on your hook. Chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Once this is complete, go into the second chain from your hook and make a single crochet. Make 1 single crochet in each chain. You will have a total of 7 single crochets by the end of this first row. Now chain 1 and turn your work. Starting our next row, go into the back stitch of the single crochet and make another single crochet. So we're working in back stitches for the entire row and we're making single crochets again. And we will repeat this until we have the ribbing as long as we want the circumference to be. So once you finish with your ribbing, keeping your hook on the right side, bring the rest of the ribbing from the back side and join the two sides together. So going into the back loop of your stitch and then picking up a stitch from the starting end of your ribbing, make a slip stitch. So make a slip stitch in each of the stitches and we will close the edge like this. So once your slip stitch is done, this is how your seam is going to look like. Now turn your ribbing inside out so you have the seam inside of your work. Now we're going to start with the first row of our cap. For this, you're going to be making single crochets. So we will make 1 single crochet in the inner side and then 1 single crochet on the raised edge. So over here, this is the first stitch. So over here, the first single crochet into the same space where we're starting and then a single crochet on the raised ridge. Then the next single crochet in the inner side and then again the single crochet on the raised. So for this cap, I made 60 single crochets. The ridges and the raised parts, they were nearly 58, so I made 2 extra single crochets in between. You can just fit those in easily. They won't be seen as extras, or if you want to decrease the number of stitches to get to a 60, that is also quite easy. Now I'm back to the first stitch and we're going to finish off the round with a slip stitch. Now here I'm going to switch my hooks. So I'm going to leave this hook and grab the 5mm crochet hook. Now we're going to do another row with the 5mm crochet hook and we're doing 1 single crochet in each stitch. So I'm going to place a stitch marker here at the start of the round. And now we're making a single crochet in each single crochet. So again in this round you'll be having 60 single crochets. At the end of the round, we're going to remove the stitch marker from the first stitch and make a slip stitch. So starting our next round, chain 1, and we'll be working in the stitches under the single crochets. So if you see this V stitch under your single crochet, we'll be working in between these V's. So you can see one of the V's under each single crochet. Go into the center of this V stitch and then pick up a loop. and work this as a regular single crochet. So yarn over and pull through both loops. This is your first stitch. This is known as the waistcoat stitch. So now again go into that second stitch. So instead of putting your head into the stitch first, I figured out that if you put the pointy end of your needle of your hook first, it becomes a bit easier. So this is your third stitch, and now the fourth stitch. Now making the fifth stitch. Over here you're going to change your yarn. So we're going to start with our heart pattern over here. Place the other colored yarn on your hook and pull it through. Now we're just making one stitch with this pink colored yarn over here. So go into the next stitch, yarn over with the pink one and pull up a loop. You have two pink loops. Drop the pink yarn over here, pick up the green yarn from the back and complete the stitch. So in the start we made 5 with the green yarn, then 1 with the pink, and now we continue making 9 with the green, and you have to carry the pink yarn along with your work. So make sure that you're keeping it close to your work like this so that it keeps weaving in and it carry on with your work until you need it next. So over here I'm making 9 single crochets or 9 waistcoat single crochet stitches, and on the 9th one we will not complete it, but when we have 2 loops we're going to switch to pink. So now pick up the pink yarn and complete the stitch. Now in the next stitch, insert your hook, yarn over the pink yarn, pull up a loop. Now drop the pink yarn and place the green yarn back and complete the stitch. Now again we're going to make 9 green stitches and then a pink and complete your row in this way. So at the back this is how your work will look like, and you're carrying the pink yarn along with your work. So at the end of the row we've made 4 single crochets, waistcoat single crochets, and we've come to the point where our starting single crochet with the stitch marker is. So if you count these stitches, these are again 9 because we made 5 in the start and 4 at the end. So over here join with the slip stitch. Now chain 1 and make your first waistcoat single crochet in that V space, keeping the pink yarn close. Complete the stitch. Place your stitch marker and now we make a total of 4 in the starting over here. So we've already done 1. This is the second, third, and then the fourth one. But don't complete this one. I've accidentally completed it, so I'm just going to take this out. And when you have 2 loops on the hook, we're going to switch to pink. Complete the stitch and now make 3 stitches with the pink yarn. So keeping the green one close this time, go into that next stitch, make your waistcoat stitch, 1, 2, and on the third one don't complete the stitch. When you have 2 loops on the hook, drop the pink yarn, pick up the green one and complete the stitch. Now with the green yarn we're going to make 7 waistcoat stitches and then repeat the pink 3 stitches and then again 7, and in this way you're going to complete the whole round. So here I am at the end of the round and I finished with 3 green stitches, and now remove the stitch marker and join the round with a slip stitch. So like the remaining rest of the green stitches, we also have 7 stitches over here. For the next round, chain 1 and then make your waistcoat single crochet. Place your stitch marker And now make 2 more waistcoat stitches with the green yarn. This is the second. And on the third one, we're going to change the color to pink. Now make 5 waistcoat stitches with your pink yarn. And on the fifth one, switch to green. Now with your green yarn, make 5 stitches with the green and then 5 with the pink. Repeat this for the entire round. So I finish off with 2 green stitches and now join with the slip stitch. Chain 1 and make your first waistcoat stitch. So keeping the pink yarn close. Place your stitch marker. Now make 1 more stitch, but don't complete this stitch, and now switch to pink. And with the pink yarn we'll be making 7 waistcoat stitches. On the 7th stitch, switch to green and then make 3 stitches with the green, keeping the pink yarn close. Then repeat 7 with the pink yarn and then 3 with the green for the entire round. So I finish off the round with 1 green over here. Now join with the slip stitch. Now in this round I'm going to be repeating the previous round. So chain 1 and we make 2 with our green yarn, then 7 with the pink, and then repeat for the entire round. Finishing off with 1 green stitch and then a slip stitch. Now chain 1 and make your waistcoat stitch. Place the stitch marker. Now make 2 more with the green yarn. So don't complete this stitch and use the pink one to complete the stitch. Now make 2 stitches with the pink yarn. One and 2, and we're not completing this with the pink, complete it with the green. Now make 1 with green. And when you have 2 loops, switch to pink. Now complete 2 with the pink. And on the second one, we again switch to green. Now make 5 stitches with the green. And on the fifth one, change to pink, then make 2 with pink, 1 with green, 2 with pink, and then 5 with green. And we'll repeat this for the entire round. So here I've ended with 2 green, and this is the part where we end our heart shape pattern. If you want to make another heart shape pattern, you could start in the next row making it in between the 2 hearts, or you could make it directly on top of the other heart. So I'll be making them in between the hearts. and I'll come back to you after I finish those rows, and it takes nearly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows for this heart pattern to complete. And after that you'll be continuing with the green colored yarn only, doing your waistcoat stitch until you have the desired length, a bit shorter than the desired length, because then we're going to do nearly 6 to 8 rows of decrease. So here, as you can see, I've completed another row of the heart pattern, and I've done some stitches, some rows with the green yarn only. Now this is the way I'm going to decrease. So I've done a few stitches, and then I'm going to make a decrease. Now go into that first V-stitch, pull up a loop, go into the next V-stitch, pull up a loop, and now decrease in the normal, like you decrease a single crochet. Or the other way is, instead of bringing your yarn from back to front, when you have 3 loops on your hook, you bring the yarn from the underneath, not from top, but from underneath, like this, and then pull it through the 3 loops. I'm not sure if it makes a huge difference, but maybe it helps hiding that lower stitch and gives you a neat V-stitch. So now again make 5 or 6 stitches and then make a decrease, or if you want to decrease very quickly you can make 2 regular stitches and then a decrease. That's up to you. I took at least 6 to 8 rows to decrease my work because I wanted to decrease gradually. It's up to you. So here, as you can see, I finished my cap, and with the 2 rows of hearts, this looks absolutely beautiful and so cute for a 1-year-old or maybe smaller than that. And this is the back side. The back side itself is quite neat and doesn't show much of the threads. Now for the final measurements, it was 7.5 wide for the ribbing, and the length was a little more than 6, nearly 6.5. So you can always increase or decrease the size according to the age of the child you're making this for. Hope you like this pattern, and do subscribe. Now for the giveaway announcement. In this giveaway, you'll get a chance to win a £5 Amazon gift card. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below, then go to my Instagram account. I'll leave the link in the description box below. Follow me on Instagram and DM me your YouTube username, as I'll be picking a winner from the comments below, but I'll be contacting the winner on Instagram. I'll announce the winner on my YouTube channel as well as on my Instagram stories. You have 2 weeks to participate in this giveaway. I'll announce the winner on 24th of February 2022. This card can only be used in the UK, so you can share the code with your friends and family in the UK even if you're outside the country. Good luck to everyone participating. Thanks for watching.